Pistons starter Chauncey Billups, heavy wrap around that ankle and lower left leg. Let's check in with David Aldridge. DA?
Guys, he got hit on that ankle in the first quarter. They're wrapping it just as a precaution. He should be back in the game. It's kind of it's amazing that he's in the game at all and that he got back so quickly. He had the very badly sprained ankle in Game 1 against Philadelphia, but Arnie Kander, the team's strength and conditioning coach, came up with his own homeopathic solution. He has some naturally growing painkillers, and it's not what you guys are thinking about, growing in his backyard. What he did is he melted it down into a lotion that he rubs on Billups' ankle. And then during the game, he says the sweat from running up and down the floor actually gets more of the painkiller into the ankle. Kander says that Billups' ankle is usually better after games than before games, guys.
Bill's got that same stuff growing in his backyard out by the teepee. Chauncey Billups injured. He injured that ankle originally in the first game against Philadelphia in the second round of the playoffs, and now we think this might be the play right here, right there with Jason Kidd's left foot. And as Bill said, he missed most of Game 4, but he missed 2, 3, and 5 of that series. And Chucky Atkins came in and did a beautiful job taking his spot. But Chauncey Billups is a huge part of their offense, averaging over 21 points a game in the playoffs.
But in the playoff wins, Chauncey Billups has got 26.5 points per game on 40% shooting. Playoff losses, only 13 points a game on 18% shooting. He has to be healthy.
Okur and Williamson, the bench has outscored the starters for the Pistons so far in this game. Kenyon Martin one-hands the rebound. Johnson and Harris in there together in the backcourt as Jason Kidd continues to sit.
The patience of a coach, Byron Scott, bowling with Anthony Johnson out of that timeout as opposed to coming back with Kidd.
Well, paid off right there, didn't it?
Those two guys, Lucius Harris is underrated. I mean, he can hit shots, he can create shots. So can Anthony Johnson. You see right there the starters and the bench for the Pistons. Well, the bench has been two players. It's been Mehmet Okur and it's been Curly Williamson that have got it done. But those guards, they may not be flashy as Lucius Harris and Anthony Johnson out there, but they're solid. They're not going to hurt you, and sometimes they come up with double-digit games.
Tayshaun Prince doing a little one-on-one. And that's his first basket off the Pistons bench.
Tayshaun Prince, Compton, California, downtown Los Angeles, a 4-year player at Kentucky. What a find by Joe Dumars.
Former SEC Player of the Year, Kentucky's 3-time MVP. Here he is trying to guard Rodney Rogers. Outside, the three won't go. And Williams and Rodney Rogers both going after it. They bump each other off the ball. It's out of bounds, Detroit.
Looked like Danny Grappler was going to point the other way. They looked and saw the players walking away, so they said, well, maybe they know what they're talking about. Let's go that way.
And this way they will come trying to cut the lead down to a single point again. 7.5 to go in the half.
Come right to Tayshaun Prince. Lucius Harris can't guard him inside.
They try to lob it to him, but not a good pass by Williamson. It's another turnover. Backdoor cut. And then Lucius Harris sends one skyward.
You know what you love about Lucius, his attitude. When he's on the court, he thinks he's the best player out there. You can't stop him.
He is. This guy is terrific. Go into Continental Airlines Command will be Thursday and Friday or Saturday for games 3 and 4. They'll be chanting Lucius Harris all night long. The guy's a legend.
Tayshaun Prince goes behind the back into the baseline.
They wave it off. Derek Stafford over says it's a foul on the drive to the hoop. This matchup is a nightmare for Byron Scott.
Well, you got to make him shoot. You got to make Tayshaun shoot it from the outside.
The guy is 6'7", 6'8", playing in the backcourt now. This guy's a skilled basketball player.
You still got to make him shoot it. You can't let him get to the bucket. He's so long. He extends over you. Easy 5-footer.
Williamson the low block against Kenyon Martin. 2 on the shot clock. Baseline. A little short. Here's the outlet. Maybe this one's too long. John was talking about the long outlet passes. That one went all the way down and out of bounds.
Well, Jefferson can get up. He can't get up that high.
The Nets' third turnover. And 6:35 remaining in the half. Chauncey Billups trying to come back in, and he's going to have to backpedal over to the scorer's table.
Aaron Williams, one of the premier backup centers in the NBA, a position that has really vanished over the years of expansion, salary cap problems, and the decline of the big man overall.
not going to let him go left. Kenyon Martin coming over to shut off the middle.
Corliss Williamson stuffed by Martin, who goes to the floor trying to save it. And I think he threw it off his own foot, didn't he?
Maybe not.
Big men going to the floor. The playoffs.
Great hustle.
Off of the knee of Corliss Williamson. They're going to turn this around.
I think Brad was right.
I think it's off Kenyon's own leg. That's what I thought when I saw it live, but maybe not. Tell you what, the benches, nobody knows whether they're happy or not yet.
They give him a fresh 24-second shot clock.
So the discussion, Dan Crawford, Derek Stafford, and that is what we'll get.
What would Einstein say? That ball was throwing one direction and went out of bounds in the other direction, so how could that be off Kenyon Martin?
Could have been off his foot.
I think Einstein's legs weren't as long as Kenyon Martin's. His head might have been bigger, I don't know. Here we go. Inbound will come into Robinson. Robinson out there with Billups, Williamson, Prince, and Okur.
Prince just presents so many matchup problems.
Here he is going inside. Kenyon Martin blocks it.
There they go.
And a foul on Clifford Robinson, who was sort of trying to get out of Jason Kidd's way.
Einstein would have said, somebody score a bucket.
5-point ball game, 6 minutes left in the half. This is ABC Sports, the new home of the NBA Finals.
You and I must make a pact. We must bring salvation back. Where there is love, I'll be there. I'll reach out my hand.
If you want to be voted an Automobile Magazine All-Star, you better be good. If you want a unanimous vote, you better be Mazda 6. Only Mazda 6, the car they said delivers high content of engineering and luxury features, got the thumbs up from all the judges. Oh, and these guys? No All-Stars here. Yeah. Lease an all-new Mazda 6i for $239 a month for 39 months with $25.39 due at lease signing. Yeah.
This chick's rocking your bro on the dance floor, but she's towing an anchor, a junior investment banker who's talking about herself and not much more. Oh, so buy her a beer, it's the reason you're here. Mighty wingman, you're taking one for the team, so your buddy can live the dream. Wingman.
The 8 Simple Rules season finale. One of John's girls has a big secret.
Early pregnancy detection kit.
Tuesday at 8/7 Central on ABC.
There's the story from the Palace of Auburn Hills. 5:59 to go in the half. 26 points for the Pistons. We got more hoops Thursday night at 8 o'clock Eastern. Don't miss the 2003 NBA Draft Lottery. Then these same Nets and Pistons will get together in a pivotal Game 3. That's Thursday night right here on ABC Sports, home of the NBA Finals.
Detroit is shooting 38%. They got 7 turnovers, and they're within 5 points.
And the Nets, all their fast break points came early. That was in the first 9 minutes, that graphic you just saw. But they haven't had any fast break points since, and part of that was Jason Kidd not in there.
Oh, no question. When he gets the ball, he's pushing it. And I think everybody might run a little harder with Jason in there because they know if they're open just for a split second, they'll find them for an easy look.
Kenyon Martin in and out from the outside. Corliss Williamson the rebound.
The ball movement just improves incredibly the moment Jason Kidd checks into the game. How much fun to play with this guy.
Williamson and Martin with a big collision down low. And now Corliss, tough catch, and is fouled en route to the hoop.
My goodness, looks like a hip check from Kenyon Martin right there.
This is a powerfully built man, Corliss Williamson.
You watch Corliss Williamson where he likes to do his work on the left box. Nice entry. Kenyon Martin caught on the high side a little bit. And then Kong's going to come in and do a little body bump.
Corliss Williamson to the free throw line for the first time today.
The inconsistencies of so many of these Piston players will have to be remedied if they're going to have a chance to beat New Jersey. Corliss was magnificent in Game 6, the closeout game at Philadelphia, a non-factor throughout the series up to that point. Clifford Robinson making one basket in the early moments of that game and then disappeared. That cannot stand.
Williamson got the bounce on the free throw, has 6 off the bench as Ben Wallace looks on. 5:25 remaining in the half. 3-point ball game again.
Touch me up, Big Nasty.
Kenyon Martin. Okur trying to stay with him. He works the baseline and scores.
Well, that's tough right there. He had him, spun to the middle, faked it, and then came back baseline. That was a nice move. And if I'm Okur, I know Kenyon Martin improved his outside game, but that's where you got to keep him. You got to make him take jumpers from 15 feet now. He's too athletic once he gets inside for it.
Corliss Williamson's become the main guy for the Pistons here. They keep going to him. 4 on the shot clock. He lobs it to Okur. Great pass.
If I'm Okur, I'd take Bill Laimbeer out to lunch and learn some of the impolite things that Bill was so talented with.
You keep comparing him, the whole country's going to hate him by halftime. 4:25 remaining second quarter. Jason Kidd. Kenyon Martin looking back door now. Works the lane. Nice shot.
He just jumps over him. You are talking about explosion.
But Laimbeer was terrific at stripping down low, as is Karl Malone. Okur is never going to be able to compete vertically with a Kenyon.
Robinson got Martin in the air, worked to the free throw line, and knocked down the 15-footer.
Tom, you mentioned earlier about the decision-making defensively by Kenyon Martin, about flying at shots he's not going to get. Clifford Robinson, when was the last time he made a three-point shot? Why go for that comment?
Martin will try the long-range jumper of his own, doesn't get it. Tayshaun Prince with a rebound. Again, Detroit can cut it to 1 point or tie it. And whistle and a foul is going to be on Collins.
Well, it's not like this type of game is foreign to the Detroit Pistons, playing an ugly basketball game. And as ugly as they've been and as many turnovers as they've had, many fast break chances as New Jersey's had, they make 2 free throws. They're down 1 point.
Right. It's a grind game. That's what Rick Carlisle wants. They know they have to play that way with the personnel of a Michael Curry, a Clifford Robinson, a Ben Wallace, and the offensive guys. Solid team guys as well.
Clifford Robinson, that's the first missed free throw by the Pistons for Rick Carlisle. 14 years, 14 times in the playoffs, and has never been on a team that hasn't won 44 games or more.
A former 6th man of the year himself.
That was about 10 years ago, something like that. He misses both free throws, though. Hit for 3.
Just off the mark.
Corliss Williamson trying to get down court. They can't get it to him.
I like the way Okur plays the perimeter and can feed the post.
Jefferson trying to bang bodies with Corliss Williamson. And Martin way up there for the rebound.
Interesting interpretation of the rules.
Hugged him a little bit?
Foul, a traveling violation, 3 seconds.
Gary Kittles, who's been quiet. In fact, that's his first basket.
Then Rick Carlisle says, enough. We got to guard these off guards who are coming off screen. Lucius Harris, Gary Kittle, too good.
2:46 remaining in the first half. Nets leading the Pistons 37-32.
When this SUV wants road, give it road. The 200 horsepower Mazda Tribute. Now get 0.0% APR financing for 5 full years on the 2003 Mazda Tribute.
Something remarkable is at your fingertips. Now you can dial anyone in America for 3 cents a minute and 39 cents a connect. Not only is it 3 cents anywhere in the U.S., but also to Canada and to Western Europe. Introducing 1010-987. No monthly fees, nothing to sign up for. All you do is dial 1010-987 so you can use it right now. Hey, a rate this low never went so far. 1010-987. Check out the website for other great rates around the world.
Yeah, we've been around a while. Insurance, loans, retirement. AIG, we know money.
Like sourdough bread, burgers just taste better cooked over an open fire. This burger is so juicy. The sourdough bacon cheeseburger is back at Burger King. A quarter pound of beef, Swiss cheese, and 4 strips of bacon served on buttery toasted sourdough bread. Only back for a limited time.
The passage is intense, but if you complete the journey, you will find your destiny among the world's greatest warriors. The few, the proud, the Marines.
You're invited to an unforgettable Vegas wedding.
There's a picture that's going to haunt me for the rest of my life.
The 1-hour season finale of According to Jim, ABC Tuesday.
Short guy with the tall guy, Mike Tirico, Sean Elliott, Verizon Wireless halftime report. We're going to hear Jim Gray's conversation with Jim Gray and Sean's analysis of the first half. Your thoughts so far?
Well, the Pistons started out like they hadn't been there before. They looked like they were extremely nervous early on. Once they settled down, though, they were able to catch up when Jason Kidd was on the bench. I really thought he sat 2 or 3 minutes too long in that first half.
All right, we'll hear more from Sean and hear from Jim Gray with Jason Kidd. Coming up, Verizon Wireless halftime report in a few. Back to Brad.
All right, fellas, thank you. We'll see you shortly. 2:46 remaining in the half.
And Jason Kidd, as a follow-up to Sean's point, 5 assists and 0 turnovers.
And you watch the half-court offense there. I mean, Chucky Atkins got to be aware and move up a little bit. That was a 2-for-1 job. You watch Prince try to get through this. Collins does a nice job, but he can't get through 2 people. And Kidd sees that Prince is trailing, couldn't get through, hits Kittles, and that's the one guy you can't let get an open look at the bucket because he is a pure shooter.
And you see Kidd acknowledging Collins setting that pick, kind of put his hand out like, nice play, buddy.
But a player like Jason Kidd, like Magic Johnson, like Pete Maravich, will use every player on the court, his teammates, his opponents, to make the play work.
See the Pistons have as many turnovers as assists. You never want to see that. And now Jason Collins, who just made the nice play, takes a charge.
Jason Collins and Aaron Williams, the center tandem, who's replaced Dikembe Mutombo. These guys don't get any credit. These guys are terrific basketball players who give New Jersey the best front line in the entire Eastern Conference.
Here's Kidd's jumper, short again. Wallace with the rebound. Eastern Conference Finals, Game 1 from the Palace at Auburn Hills, Detroit. Their only 2-point leads were early in the ballgame. Then their offense went stagnant while the Nets went crazy with fast break points. But Detroit has battled and scrapped back. And Hamilton, with 6 points, has cut the lead down to 3 again. And we approach 2 minutes in the half.
And a critical Game 1 here. 19 straight seasons. The Game 1 winner in the finals of the conferences has gone on to win that series.
Collins rips it with the outside jumper.
Well, I still think if you're Detroit, you're happy with what you've done. You see a Bill said right there, Game 1 winners, the last 19. Of course, the Game 1 winners are usually playing at home and they're a better team anyway, so that's probably why they won so many. But Detroit probably got to be pretty happy right now with how they've been able to get back into the game. See, Hamilton, the last 2 times, mid-range jumpers, get back on defense, force New Jersey to beat you at half. In the half-court offense, that's a positive they'll take into the half.
Down to 1:15 in the half. Jefferson jumps by everybody. 10 for Richard Jefferson.
They've come in spurts for RJ, though, today. Really nothing out of the set offense. Broken plays, transition. Both teams shooting very well here in the quarter. 60%, remarkable for such a low-scoring game.
7 on the shot clock. Tayshaun Prince trying to go against Kenyon Martin. And now throws it away. And Detroit got it right back.
Careless outlets, time and time again for New Jersey.
Okura, a runner. And Collins the outlet beautifully to Kidd. 3-on-2. Kerry Kittles pull up. Another chance underneath for Collins, and this time Okura gets it.
Oh, Okura should have realized he used the pump fake. He was using it down at this end. Jason Collins used it down at this end.
5-point game, 27 seconds and change remaining. Tomorrow night on TNT, Dallas and San Antonio. Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals at 9:30. Tuesday night on ESPN. We'll be right back here for Game 2 at 8 o'clock. And Thursday night on ABC, Detroit and New Jersey, Game 3, 8 o'clock as we'll switch to the Meadowlands.
Such a valuable cog to this New Jersey machine here. Jason Collins at the free throw line playing with the heavily taped left wrist. A guy who came in his NBA career in last year's NBA Finals when he was the most effective net player against Shaquille O'Neal in very limited minutes. Worked on his game all summer, developed immensely physical fitness-wise, and now he is a legitimate NBA force.
Nets have stretched their lead back to 7 here in the waning moments of the quarter. Chauncey Billups looking for a pick from Okura and goes the other way. Billups going to have to put it up over Martin. That was blocked. And an inadvertent horn.
That is nonsense.
They got to give the ball.
They're going to fix this. Jack Neese knows the play. The horn went off. They're going to call a 24-second violation and give New Jersey the ball with 2 or 3 seconds left.
That was getting ready to be a fast break attempt.
Well, even that's horrible. Because now that instead of a fast break attempt, New Jersey goes back on defense. You got to take a side out of bounds, and your chances of scoring greatly diminish.
The home court advantage.
The home horn advantage. We'll take you out of that break right here. Right now there's 1.6 showing, but we're pretty sure they're going to add some time.
And this is where he's gone right here, and then right about there he hears, stop. Well, come on. You got to be
They
kidding
are not going to give the ball to New Jersey.
That is a joke. Are you kidding me? Come on, common sense dictates that New Jersey gets the ball out of bounds.
Wow. Well, they don't.
That's absurd.
A travesty.
So Detroit's got it. Much to our shock with 1.6 remaining. Trying to score before halftime. Hamilton has a chance. Nope. They wave it off. They wave it off. No basket. And the half will end right there. So the lead for New Jersey at one point was 12 points. And Detroit has battled it back on a couple of occasions to get it down to 2-1.
And we're just told by the referee, Derek Stafford, that the rule is you play the whistle, not the horn. The horn has no impact on the game on that traveling violation.
Whatever.
That's why the ball went back to Detroit, and maybe in a form of poetic justice, Rip Hamilton's shot, as you can see, will not count because time had already expired before he released it. So it's 43-36 at halftime as we check in with Michelle Tafoya.
All right, I'm joined by Jason Kidd. Boy, off to a fast start. Things changed a little bit with Tayshaun Prince and Mehmet Okura on the floor for them. How will you guys have to adjust defensively?
Well, we knew those two were going to be a big part. They've gained a lot of confidence, and they're a big part of their offense. But, you know, the big thing is on the road, you got to get off to a good start, and we did that.
You did that. You still have the lead. You led by as many as 12. How do you now get back into that running flow that started out this game?
Well, we got to rebound the ball, make them take tough shots, and capitalize when we have the chance to run. But we got to take better shots in the half court. Not taking some bad shots, but, you know, the big thing is to execute, take care of the ball, and get good shots.
Jason, thanks for stopping.
Thanks.
Let's send it back to Brad.
So Detroit made New Jersey grind it, that's for sure, but they do lead it at the half. The Verizon Wireless halftime report with Sean Elliott and Mike Tirico is coming up next. A half down, Eastern Conference Finals Game 1. Nets ran at will in the first quarter, but the Pistons have come back to make it a ball game. And at the break, it's New Jersey 43, Detroit 36.
Jersey was just as bad.
9 turnovers for Detroit in that first half led to a lot of the Nets' points. Let's check in with David Aldridge. DA.
Guys, as you mentioned, the Pistons were not happy with the turnovers. That's what killed them. 26 points for New Jersey off of turnovers and second shots that came off of the turnovers. They shot 25% when they were playing half court. So Detroit thinks they can guard New Jersey in the half court. Also have to get some more shots for Chauncey Billups. Don't be surprised if you see Mehmet Okur or Rebraca or John Barry in the second half. Let's go over to Michelle.
David, thanks. Byron Scott told me he liked his team's intensity in the first half. They played with purpose, but he said there was a 5-minute lapse or a 5-minute stretch where they had defensive lapses, specifically Kenyon Martin going for blocked shots he clearly couldn't get, leaving Mehmet Okur open for easy buckets. He wants to see them rebound better in the second half, Brad.
That's exactly what Tom was talking about. Don't be jumping at something you can't stop without goaltending anyway. And Okur led the way with 12 points for Detroit in the first half. Let's see how they do in their first offensive possession, third quarter. Curry misses, trying to get his own rebound, and now broken up, and Billups comes back the other way with it. Curry leaves it this time for Wallace. That was a sure bet, but he was fouled.
Chauncey Billups, 1 for 3 in the first half. The Pistons, desperately in need of offense, they come out, they run their first 2 plays on a clear outside with Michael Curry and Ben Wallace. Go figure.
And now you put Ben Wallace at the free throw line, where he's all of 46% during the playoffs from the stripe.
That good, huh?
That good, but he ripped that one. It's only his 3rd point of the ball game.
Remember, Chauncey Billups, too, didn't have the greatest first half of Game 6 against Philadelphia. He came alive in the second half in overtime, so he can get it going in a heartbeat.
Wallace got 1 of 2.
Ben Wallace, one of 4 players in NBA history to ever lead the NBA in rebounds and block shots in the same season.
Illegal pick on the baseline, turns the ball over. Pistons have it back. Statistically, neither team exactly lit it up, but the bench for Detroit was very good between Williamson and Okur especially.
Well, that's what they need more of. They need pick and rolls for Chauncey Billups. See a foul on the arm right there. And trying to get Hamilton off screen. I mean, that is the basis of their offense, getting their 2 guards off.
What is Jason Kidd thinking? Chauncey Billups made 1 shot in the first half, and that was a tough leaner. Guys obviously limping, favoring that left ankle.
Now he gets 3 free throws out of that.
Well, it's just instinctive. I mean, as a player, you want to challenge shots. Certainly, you're always told, don't foul the jump shooter.
Jason's telling Jack right now, I really didn't touch him.
I mean, no one needs to tell you that. Of course you're not going to foul the jump shooter, but sometimes you get overzealous.
We'll get the number 1 pick. Tune into ABC Thursday night at 8 o'clock Eastern to watch the NBA Draft Lottery Show and see which team will get the number 1 pick in the 2003 NBA Draft. 3 straight free throws for Chauncey Billups.
Billups has got to find a way to take the game away from Jason Kidd. Who's going to have the burst-out performance as an individual?
Kidd had 6 points and 5 assists in the first half. We showed you Billups' numbers. He has 5 points now after those free throws. Jefferson on the baseline's got to get rid of it. Comes out to Kidd, and he's going to have to put up a 3. And
stick a fork in it, Richard Jefferson. They're calling a foul on Michael Curry and a technical. We're throwing Richard Jefferson to the ground on the scrum for the offensive rebound.
Boy, you're not going to enjoy that very much. You got a chance to go the other way, cut the lead to 1 or tie it. Technical foul.
Instead, Jason Kidd on the free throw line.
We're going to watch the Jefferson right there, baseline, throw it back out. Curry gets inside position, and he just, I was about to say manhandled him. He handled him. Didn't manhandle him, and Jason.
It appeared as if Michael Curry was trying to get out of Richard Jefferson's way.
Remember, that was with the shot clock expiring and Kidd having to take one from way outside. Kenyon Martin.
That is a tough runner. That is a point guard, Tony Parker type of play there, made by a 6'9" power forward.
Kenyon's got 10. The lead is 46-40.
As does Richard Jefferson with a high-scoring and athletic forward combo.
The young guys. One on only his third year, one in his second year. Hamilton rims out a jumper, and Martin, one of the aforementioned, clears it off the kid.
I like the way that the front court for New Jersey gives up the ball. Offensive foul on Jason Collins. But the big guys like Martin and Collins and Jefferson, when they get the ball on defense, they are quickly, it's not stuck in their hands.
They're in their track stance right away. There's Collins moving around and throwing a shoulder at Curry.
Protect yourself better if you're setting that screen. Must have been blocked out. I didn't see much movement by Jason Collins that time.
A couple of minutes into the third quarter. Robinson over Martin. Clifford Robinson, big jumper there, cuts it down to 4. For New Jersey, led by as many as 12 in the first half. Here's Jefferson. Nice crossover dribble, trying to go to the baseline, and he's fouled. That's 3 on Curry.
Fading baseline by Kenyon Martin, but this is something that Clifford Robertson could do. You can see right here the fake, the inside pivot, and just square up and shoot the shot. And that's one where you want to make him put the ball on the ground a little bit and try to get to the rim. And the guy who's been putting the ball on the ground a little bit better today's playoff, Tayshaun Prince coming in, see if he can get a little more offense than he gave in the first half.
Michael Curry goes out with those 3 fouls.
We're coming right back to Richard Jefferson here.
Here he is with 2 on the shot clock. He's got to get his shot away. Drives for it. And a foul on Tayshaun Prince on what may or may not have been an impossible layup attempt by Jefferson.
What a talent. What potential, Richard Jefferson. Grew up in Phoenix, Arizona, the son of 2 ministers. Went to Arizona, played for Tom's legendary Hall of Fame coach, Lute Olson. 13th player chosen in the draft 2 years ago by the Houston Rockets. Then traded in a 3-player deal up to New Jersey. Now, the sky's the limit with this guy.
Richard got 1 of 2 from the line. The foul they gave to Wallace, not Tayshaun Prince that last trip down court. There's Billipson again. Kid got a hand on it. Whoa. There's an even worse shot by Robinson.
Yeah, Vaseline on his hand.
Now Kidd, did he walk?
Dragged his foot, yes.
So a couple sloppy looking plays there.
It's not a question of did he walk, it's whether they were going to call it or not.
Okay, there's a difference.
Where are you now? I mean, that very well could have been the ugliest sequence in NBA history right there. I mean, possibly, but the air ball, the travel.
That is clearly the worst fast break in the history of the New Jersey Nets playoff series.
That one we'll accept. We'll take that one. Billups, there he got it over Kidd that time. That's his first field goal of this quarter and only his second of the game.
We get some danger here when you want to just keep it clear out. I'll allow what Boston Celtics do with Paul Pierce sometimes. You can't stand around with the other players just watching the Jefferson go one-on-one.
Wallace got that long arm out there trying to smack it off of Jefferson.
How much fun to watch Ben Wallace pursue that ball. His hunger, his desire, inspirational.
He had that in attack mode on that time. 8 on the shot clock. The inbound comes to Kittles. Jefferson will take it. Wallace going up with Collins, and Collins equal to the task. He gets the rebound. You don't take too many rebounds away from Wallace.
No, I mean, he just got the inside position. I don't think Big Ben saw him sneak on the inside there.
Kenyon Martin trying to rattle one off the glass and can't. Wallace has that rebound, and that'll add another T-shirt up in the crowd.
Look out.
The R's for rebounds for Ben. He led the league 15+. Billups working against Kenyon Martin inside. Ankle didn't look too bad right there, did it?
He seems to get better as the day wears on.
That's that special herb thing. It gets better as the game gets longer. A walk back down, delay there. Delay a game as Kenyon Martin and Jason Kidd now do inbound it. And their lead has been sliced down to 1.
Everything half court for New Jersey as the Pistons have stopped turning it over.
Jason Kidd can't find the range this quarter. This time Robinson with the rebound. Detroit hasn't led since it was 4-2 in the first quarter. Billups trying to work for another jumper.
He would love to let one go right here.
Robinson had it knocked away. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Still Detroit ball.
New Jersey should let Clifford Robinson shoot. When he gets the ball, he should just back off. Same with Ben Wallace. Dig in against Prince, Billups, Hamilton.
Billups into Hamilton for the lead for Detroit. Not this time. Oh, it went in! I take it back! It went all the way to the 24-second clock and it dropped. Detroit's in front for the first time since early in the first quarter. You won't see that shot too many times from Rip Hamilton or anybody else.
I think that may have skimmed off the top. Did that skim off the top?
Off the backboard, on the way back down.
Yeah, on the way back down. Skimmed off the top of the backboard.
That's why they call him Rip. It ripped the net coming back through. It was so high up there. Watch this shot.
It looked so far off the whole way.
Oh, I got it.
That's the Don Nelson shot of the '69 NBA Finals.
You know that thing on NBA.com to pick the greatest shots in playoff history? We might have seen one of the goofiest ones, if nothing else.
Oh, my goodness.
That was too much. Kenyon Martin ties the game.
Now Byron Scott has a better defensive matchup on Tayshaun Prince. Got Richard Jefferson guarding. Prince won't be able to overpower him in the basket area.
Hamilton cross-courts it. Billups had an instant of a look, and Kidd got right back on him defensively. Wallace outside.
They rolled out the red carpet for him on that one.
Send the memo. 6 minutes remaining third quarter. Game 1, Eastern Conference Finals.
Nice pass.
Collins, offensive foul. That's the third on Collins. Byron Scott can only smile. Rip Hamilton. You'll never see too many like this. That gave Detroit the lead. Right now, with 5:57 in the third, we are tied at 49. You're watching the NBA on ABC Sports Championship Television.
There's only 2 ugly people in the world, and your mama's both of them.
Your mama's so fat she stepped on the dollar and made change.
I heard your mama's so ugly, she robbed the bank with no gun, just stuck her head over the counter and say, "Put that money in that bag." Stick 'em up! Stick 'em up!
Timing was a little off.
Oh, timing was a little off.
Timing was way off.
You're not funny.
Tell it over a great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. It's Miller time.
A breakthrough offer from Midas. Right now, get lifetime brake pads or shoes for just $39.95. And you'll never have to buy brake pads or shoes again for as long as you own your car. Next stop, Midas. Lifetime brake pads or shoes, $39.95. Only at Midas.
Critics are calling The In-Laws, a new and hilarious big fat Greek wedding.
Give me a hug.
Michael Douglas and Albert Brooks are laugh out loud funny.
We're fine.
The In-Laws.
We're stuck with each other.
Rated PG-13. Starts Friday, May 23rd.
Taco Bell's new Chicken Enchilada Bowl has everything you love about a classic enchilada meal. So prepare to experience Enchilada Nirvana. Lift your spirits with grilled all-white meat chicken, seasoned rice and beans, a traditional slow-simmered sauce, and 3 melted cheeses for a taste like no other. To experience Enchilada Nirvana, you've got to think outside the bun.
tight.
Turn over.
For the season finale.
I'm gonna have your shield.
The final moment. Unbelievable. All new Blue ABC Tuesday, 10/9 Central.
The NBA Eastern Conference Finals on ABC. Brought to you by GMC. We are professional grade.
Back at the Palace of Auburn Hills, this is the shot that gave Detroit the lead. Watch it again. Richard Hamilton way up. And the most unlikely of drops you'll ever see.
And simple physics would tell you there is just no way this could. Einstein would tell you there is no way this could happen.
Einstein's got more pub in this game than Rick Carlisle
Look at
has.
this thing. I mean, there's no way it comes back down curves, hits the backboard, and drops in.
Now watch the guys on the bench. They go, no, didn't get that. Whoa, he got that.
Yeah, he went.
I would say that Memo occurs, sees the play before anybody else does over there on that
Well, if
bench.
you can have that shot in horse, that'll be your finisher every game.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's an automatic E right there.
That'll be better than Bird and Jordan out there by McDonald's.
New Jersey has lost control now. The crowd is a major factor once again. There's no running opportunities for the Nets.
It's also defensively, but it's still Detroit ball. Let's check in with Michelle.
Well, Byron Scott told his team exactly that, Bill. He said, you're rushing everything on offense right now. You have to calm down and relax, work the ball, and thereby you're going to be working the Pistons much more. Back to you.
Game is tied. Billups trying to change that, missed a three.
Fast break points, the Nets in the opening 9 minutes blew them out. The game was theirs. The series looked to be theirs. Since then, they have completely ground to a halt, and that is Pistons basketball.
Jason Kidd crosses the lane.
As is that being Piston basketball. Ben Wallace controlling the paint.
Well, you watch what they're doing now on missed shots. They're sending three guys back. They're not going to let him beat him. One of the reasons they were beating him early on, it was all on turnover.
Here's a turnover. Tayshaun Prince, and he's grabbed by Jefferson.
In the Philadelphia series, in the Orlando series, Tracy McGrady, Allen Iverson. The Detroit Pistons, they get their hands on the ball. They are tipping passes. They are in the passing lanes. Rip Hamilton, Tayshaun Prince.
Tayshaun did not feel Jefferson from behind as much as you might think because he went in and jammed it, turned around and went, what's everybody standing around for? He was fouled well before he ever got to the basket, so Pistons ball. As we approach 5 minutes in the third quarter. Hamilton on a roll.
Not only does that give them the lead, we've cracked 50.
Already?
It took until 7 minutes into the third quarter to crack 50. And the foul's going to be on Robinson.
The retro mid-range game of Rip Hamilton, moving without the ball. So many different screens, curling, slashing into the lanes. No matter what the defense throws at you, he's just always bouncing off in the other direction. A beautiful player.
Nets have 6 turnovers this quarter and are only 2 for 7 from the floor. Jefferson is 2 for 8 now, and the rebound is Wallace. Now the Pistons looking to push it. Billups out to Prince, who's wide open. Got a three! Timeout, New Jersey. Pistons had to struggle for every point in the first half. Now they have their biggest lead of the ballgame, courtesy of the rookie from the corner. Prince for 3. It's a 14-3 run, and it's a 5-point lead for Detroit.
Tradition. A look on the other guy's face.
Be my own Manning.
Being a woman.
Because last year, I couldn't.
Millions of little girls.
Every athlete is fueled by something.
What a day.
Tell me about it.
Car broke down.
My bike got a flat.
Tons of paperwork.
Surprise math quiz.
Client kept me late.
Boy, you guys look like you need some McDonald's.
That's what I love about that woman.
Tuesday is a night of season finales. First on 8 Simple Rules, one of John Ritter's daughters is gonna shock the family. Early pregnancy detection kit. Then Jim goes to Vegas for a wedding that's a showstopper. A 1 hour according to Jim.
There's a picture that's gonna haunt me for the rest of my life.
And will the new boss move Claude out?
You're forgetting your picture of Shelley Winters.
Oh, that's my grandfather.
A new Less Than Perfect. Wow. A night of season finales. Tuesday on ABC.
There is a prince in the palace. He didn't used to have as big a throne as he's had in the playoffs so far. Tayshaun Prince, who's given Detroit a 5-point lead. Our Miller Lite storyline looks like this. New Jersey, 5 turnovers in the whole first half, 6 in this quarter. Kenyon Martin leads the way for them. Chauncey Billups has come alive in this quarter. Mehmet Okur coming off the bench was the big guy for Detroit in the first half. Let's go courtside to David Aldridge. DX.
Guys, Tayshaun Prince continues to amaze teammates and coaches. This is a guy that had 39 DNPs during the regular season. Didn't play at all, but the coaches told him to be ready for the playoffs. He's been used to guarding bigger guys since he was at Dominguez High School for Russell Otis. See here in the first round, guarding Tracy McGrady. He would guard point guards and shooting guards in high school, also in college under Tubby Smith. And then Friday night against the Sixers, guarding Allen Iverson down the stretch. He has no nerves when it comes to defense. He's used to guarding people that are bigger and stronger and quicker because he's so long. Joe Dumars says this guy might be the smartest player on his team, and he's 22 years old. Guys,
got a 7'2" wingspan, and that makes him tough to play against when he's defending it.
And how it's all come together for him, really a simple twist of fate, because for Tayshaun Prince, he was totally out of the rotation until Michael Curry picked up serious foul trouble early in the Orlando series. Rick Carlisle had no place else to go. They put him in there, and in 7 of the last 9 games, he's been an absolute offensive gem.
Robinson taking the outside shot again. Wallace trying to tip it to himself, but it's Collins with a rebound. Here's Kidd. Martin, that's too tough a catch.
They might have got Chauncey Billups with a little push. I think it's Kenyon Martin was jumping. They may have got Chauncey Billups with a push in the back. You can see right there.
He was catching him.
But if you're Chauncey Billups, why even put your hands on him? I mean, why put your hands on the guy?
Put up the fair catch call. Got to be a halo rule in there. Kenyon Martin goes to the free throw line. He's been the offense for the next 16 points. Not the free throw, though.
I mean, there's no question. You look at that, and you say, was there enough contact there for a foul? Maybe not, but the guy's in the air, and it becomes dangerous. If you're the defender, though, there's no reason. I mean, look at the free throws right there.
Looking for point number 15. Martin from the free throw line, and he doesn't get either.
Problem is the Nets aren't getting to the line. Yeah. Jason Kidd, other than 5 minutes of brilliance at the beginning of this game, has really been a non-factor. He has to come alive.
Billups had to just get it out of trouble. Robinson tracks it down. 5 on the shot clock. Chauncey takes the 3, and Collins with a rebound.
Well, they can't get anything in the fast break. Where's Jason Kidd been penetrating? Where's he been on the pick and roll?
Collins straight away.
Oh.
They're going to call that against Richard Jefferson.
That's his 3rd of this quarter.
Byron Scott can't believe it. Richard Jefferson appeared to have terrific position
See what Tayshaun Prince did? He was like holding him with his elbow. He had his arm up, and he like clinched his forearm against his bicep and made it look like he was holding him.
Down to 3 minutes, third quarter. 54-51, Detroit in front. Here's Tayshaun Prince. And Richard Jefferson gets his second foul in the last 15 or 20 seconds. Reminder, Tuesday night on ESPN, all of us will be right back here. Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Coverage starts Tuesday night at 8 o'clock on ESPN. From the Palace of Auburn Hills, Brad Nessler, Bill Walton, Tom Tolbert, Mike Tirico, Sean Elliott, Michelle Tafoya, and David Aldrich, among others. And Joe Dumars, the architect of the Pistons. And a heck of a player in his own right here.
MVP of the NBA Finals in 1989. Really resurrected the spirit of this franchise that had appeared so dead in the water when Grant Hill left for Orlando. Let's not forget that Detroit has the NBA record for most fans ever in attendance at an NBA playoff game. Game 5 of the 88 Finals with over 41,000 fans against the Lakers.
Tell you, the group here has been noisy since an hour before the game. Harris trying to get free of Hamilton.
That offense.
And that didn't look good.
Well, they've been forced to go away from Jason Kidd in the set offense because Jason has missed his last 7 shots.
Almost as many turnovers as points. That's never good. Hamilton got Harris in the air and dropped it. Two huge shots by Hamilton this quarter. The strangest of three-pointers you'll ever see. And then how about this one?
It's got the momentum going his way. And then the pump fake, Harry, he got that. As soon as you get that separation, the defender always feels like he has to get back and close that separation. The pump fake accomplishes that. Jump into him, foul, bucket.
Detroit has developed a tremendous home court advantage in the playoffs this year. They lost the first game against Orlando. They were trounced as Tracy McGrady was unstoppable. Since then, they have not given one up, and they're getting stronger as this game goes on, and every game, another turnover for New Jersey.
And Jason Kidd just bounced it right off his own foot. Almost unheard of. 7 turnovers in the quarter for the Nets. The lead is Detroit by 7. And we've got 2 minutes left in the third quarter.
Chauncey Billups doing a good job defensively of keeping Jason Kidd out of the lane, bumping him. Physical defense.
Prince has a look up at the shot clock and gets it back out to Billups.
Get out of his way. He got the big guy on him.
Crossover dribble left Kenyon Martin momentarily, but no way on the shot. And here comes Jason Kidd. Rodney Rogers is with him. He's just going to do it himself, and he missed it. Hamilton.
Nice.
Leaves it for Wallace. And he's fouled.
Rip Hamilton has a great knack of just getting to the ball first before anybody else does. People are standing around watching, and this guy is just on the move constantly. What a fun player, Rip Hamilton.
Well, you want to talk about just completely unraveling. A nice bounce pass over there to Ben Wallace. This Nets team has completely unraveled. Poor shot selection, not getting back on defense. Everything that could go wrong from the start of the first quarter has gone wrong.
And Byron Scott's got to take Collins out because he just picked up his 4th foul on Wallace. Only 3 points for Ben. That's number 4. 2 free throws in this quarter.
Somebody's got to come alive offensively for New Jersey. Somebody please make a shot.
Jason Kidd agrees with you. His first field goal of the quarter, though.
That was so reminiscent of the Ginobili drive. Changed direction 4 times on the way to the hoop.
In fact, that was the first field goal for Kidd since 4 minutes remained in the first quarter.
Well, you want to know how dominant these guys have been since they trailed 18-6. They've outscored by 18 points.
Prince leaves it over for Hamilton. 5 on the shot clock. Rip got the jumper. What a quarter for Richard Hamilton.
Well, they criticized him so much for not having a 3-point game, for not having the incredible explosiveness. This guy's got a basketball game and a team concept coached by his legendary leader, Jim Calhoun at Connecticut.
Three-pointer by Harris won't go. Wallace, yet another rebound. Final 35 seconds, third quarter. Biggest lead of the ball game. 8-point advantage for Detroit.
They go quick. They can still get a 2 for 1.
Wallace.
No defense, the penetration. The constant attack by the Detroit Pistons is just wearing out the New Jersey Nets. The New Jersey Nets appear to be the tired team where they haven't played in a week.
10-point advantage. Wallace could add to it. Oh, almost missed everything.
It's a good idea to get your hands above your shoulders.
Is that right? They've got a 10-point quarter working for the Nets there? That is solid. 10-point quarter. Those are always nice.
Detroit is the best defensive team in the NBA by the numbers.
Under 92 a game given up to the opposition. Rodney Rogers misses the shot. Harris throws it back up. And a foul.
Right now, Detroit is outworking, out-hustling, and out-thinking the New Jersey Nets.
Rick Carlisle, the NBA Coach of the Year last season, when he led his team to 50 wins. A great turnaround from the previous year.
Carlisle's learned from the Masters, playing with such legends as Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, Robert Parrish, Dennis Johnson, Danny Ainge. All of those guys still active in the NBA in leadership positions, then playing for coaches like Casey Jones, Red Auerbach, Chuck Daly.
Tayshaun Prince just before the buzzer to end the third quarter. An excellent third quarter for the Pistons as they outscore the Nets 27-12. Pistons in command on their home floor, 63-55. Trying to win Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. They're 12 minutes away from accomplishing that on their home floor. This ABC Sports presentation of the NBA will continue after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
Like sourdough bread, burgers just taste better cooked over an open fire. This burger is so juicy. The sourdough bacon cheeseburger is back at Burger King. A quarter pound of beef, Swiss cheese, and 4 strips of bacon served on buttery toasted sourdough bread. Only back for a limited...
Life insurance, the first rule is, make sure your life insurance company will outlive you. Life insurance, loans, retirement. AIG. We know money.
Thanks for making me a fighter. Richard Jefferson makes me that much stronger.
Rick slashes to the cup. Bucket with the nice move. Rejected emphatically by Martin. And Van Exel's just feeling it. Parker now running it up through everybody. Welcome to the playoffs, ladies and gentlemen.
His name is Elio Castro Neves. He's made speed his friend. He's made fences cool. Now he's trying to make history. The Indy 500 time trials continue next on ABC.
Chevy continues to drive the nation. With 0% APR financing for 60 months on every new 2003 Chevy car and truck except Corvette. That's 0% for 60 months or $3,000 cash back on every 2003 Chevy excluding Corvette. It's easy to make offers like these when you're in overdrive. 0 APR for 60 months. See your local Chevy dealer.
I was flying down the highway doing 75 when this old blue and white came a cruising by. He took my license, registration too. I thought that my driving days were through.
No matter what your insurance problem, let CATS Insurance keep you driving. With CATS, you won't be singing the blues anymore. Call us at 484-8841. 484-8841.
Oh, yeah.
Call CATS for a car or homeowner's insurance rate comparison.
Jason Kidd only 9 points, 5 assists, and 4 turnovers today. And here's a stat that Bill brought up in the first quarter. 7 games against Rick Carlisle's Pistons. Terrible field goal shooting and doesn't do much else, although the 10 assists isn't too bad. And today, he has suffered since early in the first quarter. Everything seems to be going haywire.
Nothing working at all. Jason Kidd unable to finish in transition. Can't knock down perimeter shots. Not the strength of his game anyway. The shot chart for the Nets. Jason Kidd 4 for 15, 9 points. But the backcourt combined for New Jersey has 11 points. Kerry Kittles only has 2. Jason Kidd's job is to get points for Kerry Kittles. The backcourt for Detroit, they have 27 points. 9 for Billups and 18 for Hamilton.
So the fourth quarter underway. Harris around a pick, and he misses, and Corliss Williamson the rebound. Those 12 points in the third quarter, a playoff low for the New Jersey Nets, as you probably would expect.
And with Detroit not turning the ball over at all in the third quarter, there's just no opportunities for them to get the easy baskets that they thrive on.
Let's check in with Michelle Tafoya.
During the timeout, Brad, Byron Scott asked his team to produce, quote, something special, a spark, something to set the tone for this quarter and hopefully for the remainder of the game, Brad.
Lucius Harris missed jump shot, and the foul on the defensive end isn't going to do it, so Kerry Kittles will try. Meanwhile, an 8-point advantage here early in the fourth quarter for Detroit on their home floor.
And that's 8 points in this type of game is a huge lead. Not insurmountable, but huge. When you're averaging 18 points a quarter, and you need to beat someone by 8.
Oh, I thought Hamilton was going to get another one to drop. Billups waits for Kidd to go by, and he misses. Rebound, Kenyon Martin.
The thing that makes it tough for New Jersey is who's playing well for them right now. Detroit, on the other hand, has a number of guys sharp as can be. All the loose balls, transition opportunities.
Hamilton slows and waits for Okur.
Nice passing.
Corliss Williamson on the baseline. Neither team can hit a shot right now. Kenyon Martin has most of the offense today for the Nets with 14. And he's fouled on the baseline.
Well, you watch, and I understand to clear out ISO for Kenyon Martin against Mehmet Okur. That's a good matchup. But when you get 4 guys just standing around, you need to have 1 guy cut and have 3 guys space, because it doesn't work when everybody's stagnant except for 1 guy.
And why do it from 18 feet? Why not try it in the post or from the elbow? Nice back cut there by Kittles.
And Kittles,
to your point, Tom, movement without the ball.
Chance for a 3-point play. That's the first field goal for Kerry Kittles since the second quarter.
Maybe it was too easy for New Jersey in the opening couple of minutes. Maybe they just fell asleep and, hey, we got these guys. This is already ours. Certainly not the case.
And Kittles misses the chance to add 1 more. That's only 6 out of 11 from the free throw line.
Well, you might see a steady diet of Corliss Williamson. Usually when they bring him in the game, they like to get him the ball down the block, let him do his work.
This is the guy who's hot.
In and out, though.
Hamilton.
Nice outlet pass to Kittles on the run. And Kittles, what a pass from Jason Kidd.
That was awesome. Well, that's what they need to get back in the game. They need fast break. It's been very apparent. First quarter, turnovers, fast break. Nets were blowing them out. Since then, it's been all Pistons in a half-court grinded out effort.
Now the Nets have scored 6 straight points. Williamson trying to battle in. He misses again. Kidd the rebound. They'll try to push it again.
Got him.
Rogers.
Ice.
And Okur with a foul.
Give him 2 in the ball.
Maybe he had a hot dog with Lambier at half.
I'd like to see that. I'd like to see that. Because I'm not sure. Let's see. Rodney Rogers going to the hoop.
They call a flagrant foul on this one as we watch it.
Call a flagrant foul?
That's ridiculous. I just don't understand those. Unless there's something there I don't see. And he's going for the ball. I mean, I've said it 1,000 times. You call the action, not the reaction. And the action wasn't that severe, but yeah, Rodney Rogers fell down, and it looked bad, but it wasn't as bad as it looked.
So with just under 10 minutes to go in regulation, Rogers rips 2 at the free throw line and makes it a 2-point game.
So when it all seemed lost for New Jersey as they were just getting pounded, now they're right back and just down 2. Jason Kidd with his rebounds, driving it out.
And the ball is New Jersey's with a chance to tie things up. Lazy pass. Wallace almost swiped it.
And I think of the Nets when they get this game on the road, you're going to have to see Jason Kidd with the ball in his hand a little bit more on the offense, penetrating and creating shots, maybe not for himself, but for other teammates.
Williams with a left hand.
He's pretty good offensively. He's better than people maybe give him credit for. 4-point play that trip down to the New Jersey Nets. But if he can get to his right shoulder, he's pretty good.
New Jersey 10 straight points after they trailed by 10, 63-53. But after 10 points, we're dead even at 63.
We came to rock, we came to rock, we came to rock the party all night long.
My car makes me feel like the road is my playground.
Camry SE. More standard features, same low price.
Off the work I go, might punch a clock, but it won't stop my flow. I keep it moving from AM to PM. Call my people, tell them I'll see them. At the party, it's gonna be live. We'll work it out on our other 9 to 5.
The most anticipated NBA draft lottery ever comes to ABC. 13 teams vie for the top pick in a talent-rich field that includes high school sensation LeBron James. The NBA Draft Lottery, followed by the Eastern Conference Finals. Thursday night at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on ABC Sports, home of the NBA Finals.
This copyrighted telecast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Rick Carlisle's Pistons looked like they were taking control of this game. They led 63-53 basically just moments ago. But the New Jersey Nets, courtesy of their fast break in the last 2.5 minutes, go on a 10-0 run. And guys, they're starting to play in the last couple minutes like they did early in the first quarter.
How quick the wheel turns for New Jersey with Jason Kidd involved in everything. Kicking that ball ahead, getting on the glass. Kerry Kittles releasing after Hamilton misses his jumper. A flagrant foul, questionable, but called anyway. Aaron Williams comes back on the possession after the flagrant and the 2 made free throws by Rodney Rogers. A 4-point play, and it's a tie ball game. Rick Carlisle throwing up his hands and says, what has happened to the Detroit Pistons? Falling apart.
9.5 to play. Michelle Tafoya said a few minutes ago Byron Scott asked for something special. I don't know if he knew he had a 10-point run coming in 2.5 minutes, but he'll take it. Here's Williamson. So strong in the second quarter for Detroit. He's missed that baseline jumper a couple of times, though, and now Wallace fouls Williams trying to scramble for the rebound.
Well, it's a couple times we've seen that. Wasn't it early in the game? They had an 8-0 run in about a minute and 12 seconds. But they just, right. I mean, when they get it going, the fast break is something that once you get going for a 2 or 3 minute spurt, you can really click and you can put some points up on the board in a hurry. Now the question becomes, can they continue to get to the fast break, or can they find a way to score in the half court?
Aaron Williams thinks he's got the half court thing down, and he is fouled. Wallace picks up 2 quick ones.
New Jersey's fast break has been a result of their defense and a reaction to careless ball handling by Detroit. Now, Detroit's offense has come alive, negating the defense, and they're not turning the ball over nearly as much.
As Williams goes to the free throw line, trying to give the Nets the lead, and does. We got more hoops for you, 8 o'clock Thursday night, following the NBA Draft Lottery. 2003 NBA Draft Lottery gets us going. Who's going to get the #1 pick? And pivotal Game 3 follows on ABC Sports, home of the NBA Finals.
Is LeBron James going to host that show?
He wants to.
9 minutes to go, and New Jersey's already going to the line with every foul. Take it to the hoop, capitalize on that huge advantage.
And whistle that you could barely hear in a push. Kenyon Martin.
What is Kenyon Martin thinking? Why would you ever want to push Tayshaun Prince? Just stand up over the top of him. You've got size, strength, age, maturity, a huge gap in physical qualities, and you're here flailing around with your arms and pushing and shoving a guy.
Trying to snap 7 possessions in a row without scoring. Let's see if Prince can do it. Whoa. Kenyon Martin.
Wait a second. Rick Carlisle can't believe he's begging for a goaltending call. They're going to call a shot clock violation.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Boy, that one get knocked out of there.
That's a goaltending
Let's see if
violation.
I don't know. That might have been pretty good. That was violent. That's about as violent as a block shot can get right there.
Rodney Rogers leads it for Williams underneath.
Traveling.
He walked with it.
Byron Scott can't believe it. This is the easiest play of the night to call.
No field goals in over 4 minutes again for the Pistons. We're down to 8 minutes and change remaining. They're looking for some offense as they had a 10-point lead. Now they're down by 2.
They got hit on the floor.
It's not Prince. Wallace got the rebound, and he was fouled.
Wallace is just outworking him.
Yeah, they're switching up top. When they run the pick and roll with Billups and Arcour, they're switching. And I know Arcour is not a huge inside presence, but when he's got Jason Kidd posted up on him from 7 feet, you got to find a way to get him the ball and let him work on a 6'4" point guard.
4 minutes into the fourth quarter, still no fourth quarter points for the Pistons. Arcour trying to work to the baseline against Rogers. And he's fouled. Rogers pleading his case, but he picks up his 3rd personal.
The guy's already on the floor. Why are you going to go and grab him and hold him when he's already out of the play? Byron Scott's just irate.
Hamilton, he was the 3rd quarter, and he's the first basket finally for Detroit in the 4th quarter.
Well, Arcour did a nice job of moving Rogers up the lane. Hamilton saw that and knew Rogers couldn't get back around to defend him if he drove the baseline.
Now the chance of defense around the Palace of Auburn Hills. Tie game at 65, under 7.5 to go. Tayshaun Prince rips down the rebound off Rogers' miss.
They're trying to capitalize on that matchup there.
In and out on a 3. Wallace keeps it alive.
Rodney Rogers can get anything he wants down low, but you got to convert layups.
Ben Wallace has 14 rebounds. Prince backpedals over Rogers. Way short. Wallace, great hustle trying to save it, and all he does is get it to New Jersey, and it's Kittles on the break. Gary Kittles running the court beautifully, and it's New Jersey again by 2.
Good job, Ben Wallace, for starting that break.
He's the guy that started it.
He would have got the 2nd assist in hockey.
Don't discourage the hustle of Ben Wallace.
You're right. I agree. He's getting after it on the offensive glass, and always does.
Billups. Got to get it away, and he doesn't. Williams blocks the shot. And now Billups trailing the play, picks up the foul to boot.
You can watch, really, it was great hustle by Ben Wallace, but he throws it in, boom. I mean, that's an awesome break.
They never dribbled.
Boom, boom, boom. Watch, pass, up, pass, boom, and in. And that's as good as a fast break gets right there.
Jason Kidd, 9 points. Not 10. And makes it a net 3-point advantage.
The Pistons with a robust 2 points halfway through. I mean, is it just me, or is it Ben who's been more pathetic on offense for longer stretches of time? I mean, they're both going through these droughts that are Sahara-like.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
they are.
It's you, Tony.
Okay, thank you. It usually is.
Will the Nets be ready for a high-level finish after not being tested whatsoever by Milwaukee and Boston? So easy for them, as was the opening quarter of this game. We'll see how sharp they are when it counts at the end.
Hamilton on the baseline. Short. Williams a rebound. Here comes New Jersey again looking to run. Kenyon Martin trying to throw it up there. That was not pretty.
That was not as good as the other guy.
Oh, nice defensive job by Kittles, who swipes it from Billups. Kidd, Jefferson, Martin.
Rick Carlisle checking with his bench to see if he has enough timeouts left, and they've got to use one now to get reorganized.
With 5:43 remaining in the ball game, another basket in transition by New Jersey. Kerry Kittle started it with a great defensive play on the Detroit offensive end, taking it from Billups. Got it to Kidd. When you get it to Kidd, it's in the right hands. And then Jefferson drops it to Martin for the slam. 5:43 remaining in the ball game. New Jersey now up by 6.
We build it to withstand earthquakes, the elements, anything you can imagine.
At Toyota, we build to withstand the things you can't imagine. The Tundra was given the highest overall safety rating for full-size pickups by the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety. The Toyota Tundra, better from the ground up.
Taco Bell's new chicken enchilada bowl has everything you love about a classic enchilada meal. One bite and you may experience enchilada nirvana. Grilled all-white meat chicken, seasoned rice and beans, a traditional slow-simmered sauce, and a blend of 3 cheeses, all melting together for a taste that'll lift your spirits. To experience enchilada nirvana, you've got to think outside the bun.
I'm sick of you little girl and boy groups, all you do is annoy me, so I've been sent here to destroy you. There's a million of us dressed like me, walk, talk, and act like me. It just might be the next best thing, but not quite me. I'm Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady. All you other Slim Shadys are just imitating, so won't the real Slim Shady please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up. Cause I'm Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady. All you other Slim Shadys are just imitating, so won't the real Slim Shady please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up. That's all.
Tonight, the world's biggest loser.
Stop making fun of me.
Fights back. Adam Sandler in the network premiere, The Waterboy. ABC tonight, 7/6 Central.
The NBA Eastern Conference Finals on ABC. Brought to you by Taco Bell. Think outside the bun.
Chucky Atkins probably doesn't realize he's going to be a poster guy for our offices in New York, the way he's sitting over by the ABC sign by the scorer's table. This quarter, the Nets have 16 points. The Pistons are 1 for 13 from the floor.
Oh, it's been pretty wild the way this game has transpired. 18 fast break points for the Nets. You got to get the ball in bounds. In the first quarter, there it is. That's what I was about to say. 2 in quarters 2 and 3 combined, and now back to 8 in the fourth quarter. Nets dominant in quarter 1, not so much in 2 and 3. That was the Pistons. Now the Nets regaining control of the game in the fourth quarter.
Remember, Detroit led this game by 10 points at 63-53 in this half. And the Nets have just taken it and the momentum right away from them as we approach 5 minutes.
No good shots at all. They had to take Corliss Williamson out. Rip Hamilton is coming to a stop on every play instead of moving in transition with momentum.
Jason Kidd still struggling from the floor, but they get a second chance and will move under 5 minutes.
And the rebounds are all going New Jersey's way.
Nice try, Aaron Williams.
Jason Kidd is 4 for 16 on the afternoon. Yikes.
Williams trying to feed Kittles in the paint. He's fouled by Hamilton. A couple former Big East stars going at it in the paint. A reminder, tomorrow night on TNT, Dallas and San Antonio starts things off in the West. It's a 9:30 Eastern tip. Tuesday, we'll have game 2 of this one at 8 o'clock. Thursday on ABC, we'll start things off at 8 o'clock with the draft lottery, and then game 3, a pivotal one in this series, right here, or rather in New Jersey. Same 2 teams.
Where's the offense going to come from for Detroit if they're going to have a chance to come back and hold home court?
Ben Wallace, another rebound.
Their leading scorers, Rip Hamilton, has been quiet of late, or poor on the bench right now.
Tayshaun Prince.
2 straight air balls. Richard Jefferson, great defense both times.
Prince calling for a foul, didn't get it, just lost the ball going up. He's still talking about it. To no avail. 4:20 remaining. 72-65 New Jersey. Kidd leaves it for Williams, and he missed inside. And Wallace has rebound number 17. But he can get 30 rebounds if somebody doesn't score. It's not going to matter.
Well, the Prince matchup doesn't quite work quite as well against the Nets as it did the Philadelphia 76ers. Just a different type of athlete guarding him here.
Hamilton, nice strong move to the hoop, and he drew the foul.
I thought it was working well, Prince, against Kerry Kittles in the first half.
Well,
or Lucius Harris.
Yeah.
But
Jefferson can
New
guard
Jersey made an adjustment at halftime. Jim Byron Scott, Eddie Jordan, Mike O'Korn, a lot of credit over there for realizing that that's not going to work, and they had to come with more size, strength, and athleticism in Richard Jefferson.
Rip Hamilton has the only 2 points of this quarter, now 3 for Detroit.
Detroit is 1 for 15 in the quarter.
And that was Hamilton that hit the one field goal. Yeah. And yet, if this free throw goes, he can at least get him within 5. He's perfect from the free throw line.
Oh, look at that.
We have seen Detroit be dead in the water so many times. And come back.
They came back down 3-1 against Orlando, and Tracy McGrady was holding up 3 fingers as if to say this one's over. Well, they went through that series, and they went through the Sixers, took 2 overtimes through Philadelphia to win in 6 games, but now they've got themselves back in a hole again on their home floor. Can they come back on the Nets? Kittle's a runner. Not this time. Wallace, another rebound. He owns the glass.
Well, if you're going to have Corliss Williamson in there, he's your guy in the low block.
Wallace trying to get something going offensively, and Williams fouls him.
Well, that's the reason Corliss Williamson is in the game, because of his offense. They certainly didn't bring him in there to be a defensive stopper, and he's the guy they're going to try to, I would imagine, get the ball to and see if he can work down in the low block. Although he hasn't had the best shooting game either at only 2 for 10.
Interesting play selection. Clear out Ben Wallace and let him go one-on-one so he can get to the line.
Where he's 2 for 5.
Kembe Mutombo unable to even get into the game.
Wallace missed them both badly again. Another chance goes by the boards for the Pistons, and now we're down to 3:15, and they still trail by 5. Martin sets a pick for Kidd. He's going to take it and got it. He may not hit many, but that was a big one.
New Jersey's big men, Jefferson, Martin, Collins, Williams, they all set outstanding screens.
Kenyon Martin fouls Corliss Williamson. Jason Kidd struggled all day offensively. And when he gets a screen from his big man, he goes straight up with it. Knocks down the jumper. Has his team in front, 74-67. This is ABC Sports, the new home of the NBA Finals.
You and me. What do you think?
I think they messed with the wrong two guys.
Go!
Let's see what this thing can do.
Hit it, baby. Hit it. Too Fast, Too Furious. Rated PG-13. At theaters June 6th.
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling.
Smooth.
From glen to glen and down the mountainside.
But not rich. Rich.
Oh, Danny boy!
But not smooth.
The pipe!
Michelob Amber Bach. Rich and smooth.
Go to a casual dining restaurant and spend $32 for a quality meal when you could go to KFC and get the same thing for half the price.
Head over to KFC for the Family Feast meal. Now get 10 pieces of original recipe or extra crispy chicken, 3 large sides, 6 biscuits, and a free Pillsbury chocolate cake, all for only $15.99.
So you really can have your cake and eat it too.
They have cake!
Cake! This is what happens when you offer free cake!
Cake!
Come in for the Family Feast and get free cake.
Tonight, the sweet or the sexy? Who will Andrew choose?
My head is spinning.
And who will be shattered? The heart-stopping 2-hour season finale of The Bachelor, ABC tonight, 9/8 Central.
Eastern Conference Final Game 1. This could be a matchup between the Jets and the Lions instead of the Nets and the Pistons. It's been a little physical. And just too many droughts for the Pistons. As in this quarter, they have 1 field goal, and they trail with 2:53 left on their home floor, 74-67.
But they have 4 for the quarter and hope to get to 5 at least with this trip to the line.
There's our Toyota game track. Rip Hamilton's led the way for Detroit. Corliss Williamson, who did so well off the bench in the second quarter, along with Okoro at 12 points in the first half. Trying to get Detroit back in it offensively.
New Jersey's defense, second best overall in the NBA by the numbers, has forced Detroit to play a one-on-one game. That's not really their style. Maybe Billups can do that. Maybe Hamilton can come off some screens. Corliss Williams supposed to be able to deliver under those circumstances. Not to be today.
2:40 remaining. Kidd pull-up jumper over Billups. This time he clangs it off the front of the iron. Wallace goes down low to grab this rebound, and he's getting close to 20 in the ball game. 19 for Ben Wallace.
You got to try to get the ball to Richard Hamilton. He's been the guy. You got 2 for 10 Coach Williamson, 2 for 10 Tayshaun Prince. Richard Hamilton's the only guy that's making shots.
Trying an entry pass, and Kenyon Martin stole it. And the ball kicked out. Still Nets ball on the baseline.
He just got to go ahead and take it. I mean, he's the guy that's shooting well. Rip Hamilton, he's got to say, you know what, get me open. I'll take a couple bounces and see if I get something going here.
But that's got to come from the offensive structure of him coming off screens with Billups handling the ball out high. Billups has not had the impact that you would expect coming off the major game winners against Philadelphia.
74-69, just over 2 minutes to go.
Nice dribble handoff.
Kittles being guarded by Hamilton. Shot clock winding down to 5. Collins against Wallace. Wallace with a steal. Pull up by Billups. That would have been a big three. There's rebound number 20, but he threw it away. Then Wallace tried to get the outlet back to Chauncey Billups, and he threw it away. And Detroit continues to go through these 4- and 5+ minute field goal droughts, and that ain't going to cut it.
See, it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Those numbers are making California look like a tropical paradise.
Down to 1:46 left. Detroit needs some offense from somewhere. The Nets trying to hang on the road. They lead by
5. From now on, long-distance, local, and high-speed internet will be together. Voice and data networks for companies large and small will be together. The innovations of one of the world's largest internet providers and the simplicity of one global network will be together. Together, under one name. MCI.
Champion, engineered for maximum performance. Champion powers all.
No easy buckets. Mountain Dew Code Red. Live by the code.
There's the scoring or lack of by quarter in this ball game. Pistons have 6 fourth-quarter points, 1 field goal. That guy hit it. Hamilton 4 points in the quarter and 22 for the ball game. Coming up next, it is Bump Day, final battle for a spot in the big race. Indy 500 time trials up next here on ABC. The only time trials we have here is how long it's going to take for the Pistons to score another field goal. We've been timing that. It's up to like 6 minutes.
1 field goal in the fourth quarter.
Kittles up high, didn't get it. Rebound, Okur.
Terrific position rebounder, Okur. Nice defensive stance, though, by Ben Wallace, forcing the miss once again.
You can say all you want about the Pistons. They're still in the game, despite the fact they've only got 69 points. Tayshaun Prince trying to go up, and he's fouled by Jefferson as we check in with D.A.
Guys, but Rick Carlisle obviously cannot talk a lot about offense at this stage of the game from the way his team's shooting, so it was all about defense. Told them, guys, we're 1 stop out of this thing. They got the stop. Let's see if they can get back in it, guys.
Tayshaun Prince is a good free throw shooter, though he has missed one today in his 2 attempts.
Well, the reason they're still in the game is because New Jersey was pathetic in the third quarter. They couldn't score just 12 points. But to be able to go, what do we got, about 10 minutes, exactly 10 minutes and 40 seconds into a quarter and have 1 field goal and still be in the game, have a chance to win.
So Prince missed 1 of 2 again.
And that hurts. That takes it to a 2-possession game right there.
But what defense by New Jersey, just forcing Detroit into horrendous opportunities, including their free throw defense.
4-point New Jersey lead. 1:05 left in the ball game. Game 1, Eastern Conference Finals. Pull-up jumper by Kenyon Martin. Ben Wallace, another rebound. 21 rebounds for Wallace. Hamilton through traffic. Got it! And a chance to cut it to 1. The field goal drought of almost 7 minutes is over. And as we said, as bad as it might look, they were in the game. They're a lot closer than in the game with 55 seconds left. It's going to be a 1-point game if Hamilton follows suit and hits the free throw. But he didn't. Hadn't missed one all game. 74-72.
Phillips has got to keep Jason Kidd under control here.
New Jersey needs some ball movement here. Pick and roll.
Kidd backing in on Billups. Now leaves it for Collins. Collins swatted by Wallace. Here comes Detroit. Chance to tie or lead. 15 on the shot clock. Billups trying to go up. He's going to the free throw line.
What a remarkable story for Detroit. You couldn't play worse on the offensive end. And these fans are standing so loyal, so proud, ecstatic with the chance to win this game. Block shot, Ben Wallace. Kept it under control, created an opportunity for the one-on-one activity of Chauncey Billups.
Billups nails the free throw. That's his first point of this quarter. Remember, he's the guy that got him here. Billups hit 3 threes in overtime to send the 76ers home to get to this Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. And he's just tied it up. Timeout. .2 seconds remaining in regulation. .74 apiece. Let's get an update on the time trials in Indy. Here's Bob Jenkins. Bob.
There's a lot of drama here too, as it's bump day, the final day of qualifying for the Indianapolis 500. Nice weather here so far, and we have just about 3 hours of qualifying. Right, so far today we have 7 that have clocked in. Barron the fastest at 2:27. There are 2 spots remaining open in the field, and we expect runs by Mira and McGee. When we come back with our qualification coverage, we'll talk to that man, the pole sitter, Elio Castroneves. Brad?
22.2 remaining in regulation. We're tied now at 74, courtesy of Chauncey Billups. 2 free throws.
Everything is in New Jersey's favor, though. Shot clock is off. Jason Kidd, the rest of the guys for the Nets just hold that ball till there's 10 to 8 seconds. Take your last shot. You get to shoot, maybe have one chance to stick it back in. You miss it, you're on your way to overtime.
And in overtime, Detroit is perfect this year. 8-0 in the regular season, 2-0. I mentioned the 2 overtime wins over the 76ers in the semifinals. They haven't been beaten. That's an NBA record. 8 times in regular season play. They won an OT and 8 trips. We're not there yet. 22 seconds still remain here.
You got to watch Rodney Rogers spotting up.
I tell you that everybody at the Palace is up. I don't have to. The 3 of us have had to stand up to see the court. Billups on Kidd. 17, 16, counting down. Okur's on Kenyon Martin. Kerry Kittle's guarded by Rip Hamilton. Kidd now starts to move with 7 seconds remaining in regulation. Kidd, the jumper to win it. He got it! Jason Kidd has just sat everybody back down at the Palace. 1.2 seconds left. He hits the biggest shot of the day.
And not his game at all. That's the last thing you would ever associate with Jason Kidd in terms of coming with a game winner. Dribbling out the clock the whole time, comes to his strong hand. People cannot believe it at the Palace.
Well, I mean, Billups does a nice job. Okur leaves Martin, and he's going to double him right there. Great defense. There's nothing you can do right there. And I guarantee you, if you told Rick Carlisle that's the shot they will end up with, please go ahead and take it. Be my guest. Jason Kidd says, thank you.
Jason Kidd all day long. We talked about how horribly his field goal percentage has been going. And when it comes down to crunch time, the All-Star has forced a timeout with 1.2 left in what appears to be possibly the winning shot.
No fouls to give. Chauncey Billups and Rip Hamilton are the guys right here for Detroit. They've got to come out with the big individual, but I don't know there's enough time to catch and make a pass.
Well, watch Chauncey Billups deep. He's hit some shots this year that have extended out to about 28 feet. You got to get up on him.
Looking at that shot clock is Jason Kidd. Chauncey Billups on him. When it got to about 7.2, he said, here we go. And he didn't try to set up anybody else. He took it to the corner, threw a double team, up and over one, and buries the biggest shot by far of the ball game.
When was the last time he even practiced that shot? If you're New Jersey, don't get backdoored, make him come away from the basket. Who's going to inbound the ball? Tayshaun Prince. Mehmet Okur might be a good inbounder in this situation. And have Prince be a scorer.
Out there with them, Billups, Hamilton, Okur, and Corliss Williamson. 1.4 left. Detroit's got one chance to either send it to overtime or win it. Let's see who's going to get the call. Tayshaun Prince, timeout.
Good job by Byron Scott putting his center on the inbounds ball. Jason Collins, big guy. You can't just throw right over him, unlike what we saw in Game 6 against Philly, where Game 5, excuse me. Chucky Atkins caught that ball, and they had Allen Iverson, I believe, on the ball and just threw it right over him.
So Detroit is out of timeouts. That's the last time they could stop it, and now 1.4 remaining. See if the same man, Tayshaun Prince, is the guy to trigger it. Don't forget, Indy 500 time trials coming up next. This is game one of the Eastern Conference Finals on ABC Sports, and while it has been ugly at times, you couldn't ask for a better finish. Down to 1.4 seconds. Jason Kidd hitting a jumper on the baseline that might be the game winner. No timeouts left for Detroit. They've got to do it right here. Pistons trying to hold their home court to tie and send it to overtime or to win, but they don't have much time. Prince lobs it. Okur up. He didn't get it. And New Jersey has stolen one. They have swiped the home court advantage from the Detroit Pistons, and that's the guy that did it. Jason Kidd, 5 of 18 from the floor today, but it was number 5 that was the difference maker. He hits the shot with 1.4 heard round the NBA for this day. This is the last attempt by the Pistons.
A beautifully diagram play by Rick Carlisle. This is a good look here. A second look. Either one of those would have counted. The ball faked by Tayshaun Prince, though, set the whole thing up.
Oh, it's so hard because right there on the second one, he had a little more time than he thought he did. It's just the clock in your head's running so quick. You want to get the ball out of your hands to get a shot up.
New Jersey steals one on the road, and let's check in with Michelle Tafoya.
All right, standing by with the guy who usually sets up his teammates to make those plays, but in this case took it himself. Talk about how that final play unfolded, Jason.
Well, Coach put the ball in my hands, and he cleared out a side for me. And unfortunately, I haven't made one in a while. So I think I was like an overdue book, and I cashed in at the right time.
Yeah, no one had to pay a fine except the Pistons in this case, but like you said, you don't do that quite too often. So how much have you prepared for a game winner?
Well, I like to have the ball in my hands, and you know, as a kid, you dream about making the winning shot. But you know, if somebody would have been open, I would have tried to get them the ball. But you know, we just showed a lot of character coming into another hostile environment and beating a very good Detroit team. But you know, this is going to be a long series, and so we have our work cut out.
Jason, congratulations. Taking one on the road. Back to you, Brad.
So the overdue book, Chapter 1, goes to the New Jersey Nets. 76-74 is the final score in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. ABC Sports is online at ESPN.com. Keyword ABC Sports. Now be sure to stay tuned for continuing coverage of the Indianapolis 500 time trials. Right now for Mike.